Hi and welcome to the course. My name is Nikolai and I will be your instructor for this course. In this course you will start as a beginner with no previous knowledge about Wi-Fi hacking and Kali Linux. My goal is to keep the lecture short so that you can go through them quickly. Now let's talk about some of the topics that I will cover during the course. In the first part, I'm going to teach you a basic understanding of wireless networks and how they work. Then I'm going to show you some different wireless settings and how to install Kali Linux in VMware Player. And lastly, you will learn some very useful Linux commands. Once done with that, I will move to second part, which is more advanced. So in this part you will learn how to perform a denial of service attack and find hidden networks. After that you will learn how to hack wireless networks using tools like AirCrackNG, Wireshark, Wi-Fi, Crunch, Cowpatty, Pirate, Reaver, and so on. Finally, I'm going to teach you how to perform an evil twin attack. This course is for those who want a career in cybersecurity, or also for someone who just simply wants to learn all the cool Wi-Fi hacking tricks. You also have to remember that all information exposed in this course has the goal to teach you the techniques used by hackers in order to avoid their attacks. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you a basic understanding of wireless networks. So, what is a wireless network? It's a network set up by using radio signal frequency to communicate with other computers, just like cell phones and radios. Wireless networks makes life incredibly easy and give us such great mobility. It's also referred to as a Wi-Fi network or WLAN. In 1997, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers created the first WLAN standard, which is a set of technologies for wireless communication. For an easy understanding, I made a simple table to show you a brief history of wireless standards. This table describes the Wi-Fi standards to help you understand the evolution of Wi-Fi technology. As you can see, there are 5 standards, but you only need to remember the N and the AC, because these are the most common standards in use today. Next is wireless signals. Wireless signals are electromagnetic waves traveling through the air. They are important because they can transfer information like audio, video, our voices, and so on. There are 2 types of Wi-Fi signal: 2.4 GHz, a lower frequency, this is the more common Wi-Fi technology in use today, and the 5 GHz, which is a higher frequency used by fewer devices and can achieve higher speeds. The range is also shorter. You will also need to know what is a wireless channel. For the 2.4 GHz band, there are 14 channels. If you are building networks in the US, you can only use channels 1 through 11. You can also use the 5 GHz frequency band, which is much wider and has more channels. These channels do not overlap, so you don't have to worry about picking non-standard channels like in the 2.4 band. Now that you know what channels and different bands are, you will need to know how to avoid radio interference. If you live in a populated area, your neighbor's Wi-Fi could interfere with yours. So change the default Wi-Fi channel and use 1, 6, and 11. These 3 channels have no frequency overlap. Interference can also come from other electronics, such as microwaves, cordless phones, tablets, and so on. The last topic I want to cover in this video is wireless antennas. Antennas are also key components of these radio communication systems. There are two types, omnidirectional and directional. An omnidirectional antenna sends a signal out equally in all directions. An directional antenna sends a signal out in one direction. Okay, so now that you have a basic theoretical understanding of wireless networks, we are ready to move on to my next video, where I will show you useful wireless settings. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Hi, and welcome back. In this video, I will cover some useful options for your wireless network. First of all, you need to log in to your wireless router. But to get prompted with a login page, you need to know the IP address of the router. So click on the Start menu and type CMD. Press Enter. Next, type ipconfig and look for Default Gateway. This will be your IP address for accessing the router. Now I will log into my router and show you some important settings. First thing you need to do is change default password, because router manufacturers use the same username and password, which is usually admin and the password admin. An easy way to find router passwords is by using routerpasswords.com. Here you have a huge database of different routers. Just select one and click Find Password. As you can see, this is a very effective way to find your username and password. Okay, so let's switch back to my router interface and go to the wireless tab. Here you have different options. You can select the wireless modes and use as client, client bridge, ad hoc, but leave it on AP. Next is network modes or standards, where you have B, G, N only, and so on. The big thing right here are channels, because these channels can help you avoid interference. So I recommend using 1, 6, or 11. Next is your network name and broadcast, which is enabled. This means that I'm able to see the name of the access point when searching for wireless networks. Disable mode will make your wireless network invisible. The next important tab is wireless security. Here you have different security protocols, but always use WPA and avoid WEP encryption. I will use a simple password for testing. And the last tab I want to cover is MAC filter. This option will prevent clients from accessing your network. If you want to find your wireless MAC address, just open command prompt and type netsh wlan show interface. And here is your MAC address. Another cool trick is to find your wireless password. So type netsh wlan show profile and select your profile name. Mine is Kainet. And then type key equal clear and press enter. As you can see, my password is revealed. So that's it for this lesson. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time. In this tutorial I will show you the fastest way to set up a virtual lab to practice your wireless hacks using a virtual machine. A virtual machine allows you to play with another operating system without leaving your current operating system. You have several options of different virtual machines, but for this tutorial I will use VMware Player. So let's switch to my computer and download VMware. Now open up your browser and search for VMware Player and click on the first link and then select Download for Windows. When the download has finished, open the file and install the program. After the installation has completed, you should see a new icon on your desktop. Double click on the shortcut and you will be brought to this little menu. To test all the wireless attacks, I have installed Kali Linux into VMware because it has all the tools that I'm going to use pre-installed. To download Kali Linux, go to the Kali site and select Download Kali Linux. Here you have different ISO files. Just click ISO and wait for the download to complete. I will click cancel because I have already downloaded. Next, open VMware and click on create a new virtual machine. And then look for your Kali ISO file. Click next and here select Linux Debian 8 64-bit. Click next and here you can give the name to your virtual machine and the location where your virtual machine will be installed. Click next and in here you have disk capacity, but you can increase it. And the second option is fine, so click next. And in here you can click the customize hardware button and change different settings. You can increase the memory and change the number of processor cores. When you're done, just click close. Now I will click cancel because I have already created a virtual machine. So just select this Kali Linux from here and click play virtual machine. Now wait for a few seconds for the system to start. If you want to play with this virtual machine a little bit, feel free to explore. And just remember, anything you are doing here, it's never going to affect your host operating system. So, that's it for now. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time. Hi and welcome back. In this tutorial I will cover some really useful Linux commands. So let's get started. First command is pwd, which displays the present working directory. ls, list directory contents. cd is the change directory command. History prints the history. Man displays the online manual for a given command. Clear clears the screen. mkdir to make a directory. cp copy. grep displays the matching lines. Alias create a shortcut to a command. Touch to create a new file. apt advanced package tool is used to install and remove different programs. ifconfig, in short interface configuration. iwconfig is similar to ifconfig but is dedicated to wireless interfaces. Locate, find files by name. And nano, which is a command line text editor. So let's see these commands in action. Open a terminal by clicking on the terminal icon. It's important to keep in mind that unlike Windows, Linux is case sensitive. This means that ls is different from ls. Use pwd to print the working directory. The directory you are in is root in this case. So use cd command to move to a different location by typing cd/bin. Enter pwd command again and you are in the bin directory. If you want to see the contents of directory you are in, use ls command or ls with option L. This will show you the size, date, permission and owner of file. To go back to your root folder, just type cd. And to make a directory, use mkdir and type the name of your directory. To remove a directory, use rm command with option R. You can use man to display the manual of a specific command. And a very handy command to clear your screen is clear. If you want to install or remove a program, use apt-get command. To install, type apt-get install and the name of the program. And to remove, type apt-get remove. Use tab key for auto-completion. Touch command is the easiest way to create a file. Type touch and the name of the file. cp is used to make copies of files and directories. Type cp and the name of your file and then the destination. grep is a powerful command which looks for the pattern of the text that you specify on the command line. Let's say you want to find every line which contains the string password in this word list file. Type grep password word list. Alias command can be useful if you want to create a shortcut to a command. Type alias name equal and the command. This will create an alias called CLS, which will use the clear command. History command can be used to list commands you have typed. To delete all history, use C option. Locate command is the simplest way to find the location of files on Linux. Just type locate and the name of the file, and here is a list of places where the file is located. ifconfig stands for interface configuration. It is used to view and change the configuration of the network interfaces. To view the configuration of a specific interface, type its name here. You can see the IP address and the MAC address. iwconfig is used to display the wireless interfaces on your system. Nano is a small and friendly text editor. Just type nano and the path of the file. Nano will follow the path and open that file. Use Ctrl+O to write and press enter to save changes. To exit, press Ctrl+X. So, that's it for this lesson. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time. Hi and welcome back. In this video I'm going to explain you what is aircrack ng packet